The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash,
a roundtable of Cowboys insiders
dropping wisdom
and offering sizzling takes
on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys.
Now, your host,
Newy Scruggs.
Second show of the new year 2024, but the season rolls on. Cowboys with 12 wins looking to 11 wins, looking to make it 12 as they take on the Washington Commanders on Sunday. They're a double-digit favorite in the game. The Commanders are going to start Sam Howell at quarterback. CeeDee Lamb today speaking and saying that they need to go out here and punch the Commanders from the jump and understand exactly what it is they need to do. Joining us here is the Rice Dad. He is Clarence Hill, Fort Worth Star Telegram. Got the author, Jean-Jacques Taylor, joining us here from Cowboy Beat Writer. Also got the new book out, Coach Prime. He's also working on other books and always moving that JJT Media Group there. So, Pro Bowl comes out, 7 Cowboys are on it. Do you have any issue, snub at all that came to your mind, or do you think they got it right?
I think you can look at Tyler Smith and say there was a snub, but I also think that Tyler Smith is just not getting started, and he's probably a guy who makes it next year, not this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tyler Smith and D-Law, because D-Law made it last year. You know, and I think he's been better this year than he was last year.
But even the players, man, they look at sack numbers first.
Well, I understand him. He had no sack numbers last year. I mean, he but he has the impact. But I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna be crying. And you know, you look at the other defensive ends and on the roster. I think he's certainly one of the, probably the first alternate. You know, way he was speaking today when we were talking to him about it, and he was talking about, you know, he or both are gonna be in the Super Bowl, and one of them gonna be in the Pro Bowl.
I'm laughing because I remember him telling me a few weeks ago, I ain't really trying to go to Pro Bowl no more. I spent so much money last time, I don't want to go. But, you know, it's you don't ever want to go till you don't go. Then you're like, well, I ain't there.
Yeah, all of that. But so I mean, but I'm with him, piggybacking on him that I think Tyler Smith probably should deserve to go. It's no secret. It's a dirty secret, I guess. But he's been the best guard on this team. I mean, Zach has the name, has the reputation, but Tyler Smith has been the best guard on this team.
You sound like you act like Zach is not playing well.
I didn't say that.
I said you sounded like it when you say it like that.
The 3 guys who ended up making it in the NFC, Zach Martin of the Cowboys, Chris Lidstrom of the Falcons, and then Landon Dickerson.
Okay, I ain't watching none of them cats.
Of the Eagles. And
they are the highest paid.
So I
also the highest paid.
I go back into something Doug Collins said once before talking about the NBA All-Star game. And he said, if you play long enough, you're going to make one you probably shouldn't, and you'll miss one you probably should have made. But if you're good enough over time, that should work out. The one thing I would ask about Tyler Smith, could holding penalties have been used against him in just this initial
I don't know that they pay that much attention.
I don't think the
next
voters
is how much was reputation.
No, I don't think. I think it's, you know, and I hear you, and I get that. But there are people like Zach and Tyler, I mean, and Micah and Tyron who come in and make the Pro Bowl as rookie. They don't need no build up. You know, they do what they do, and it's respected what they do. Especially because, you know, you're on great teams. You have, you know, great offensive lines, and what you've done is respected. And I think that Tyler has been the best offensive lineman on this team all season, consistently from day one to day 17, week 17. Now we're going to week 80. Tyler Smith has been the best offensive lineman on this team. It's one of the most prolific offenses in the league. I don't know that he needed to be built up, you know, but that's where it goes. Maybe if they win 1 or 2 more games, you know, they get, you know, 49ers at 9, Cowboys at 7, you know, and 2 of those are, you know, I don't know. Listen, love Brian Anger. He ain't get enough work. I mean, there was several.
I led the league in net punting.
I agree. There was several games when he didn't have to punt.
But when he did punt,
Brian Anger leads the NFL in net punting average, 44.9.
I know.
And has a chance to break the franchise single-season net punting record of 44.6.
Owned by whom?
And he said it back in 2021. Anger also ranked second in the league in gross
I'm doing a little Cat Williams. I'm exaggerating to make a point. Okay, I'm
Brian Anger.
Wait. Is that a deuce and a quarter? Or is that a spaceship?
You know, little hyperbole to make a point. You know, sometimes, you know, I don't know. I think I read 3,000 books in a year from 8 to 12.
Now, if he said 300, and maybe that's what he meant,
If he'd have said 3,000 between 8 and 12, which I don't believe, but he said a year. And so that's what people are missing. Well, he meant during his childhood. No, he said a year from 8 to 12. So I'm just saying. So I was being a little hyperbolic to make a point.
Okay.
But anyway.
With your gnarled fingers. You know what that means?
What? I don't know. Tell me. Anyway, let's move on.
That's another Cat Williams reference.
So
I'm all about Cat Williams reference.
we're talking about defense. NFC Pro Bowl roster. Your defensive ends: Nick Bosa, Montez Sweat, Aiden Hutchinson with a 3. Interior defensive linemen: Aaron Donald, Dexter Lawrence of the Giants, and Javon Hargrave of the 49ers.
Can I ask you something, Doug?
Yes, man.
How can you be the Washington Commanders and you trade away a Pro Bowl defensive end?
Who's leading both teams in sacks? The Commanders and the Bears.
Sweat, how you do that, man?
And the sad part
How
is,
you do that?
Is your Buckeye that was the most hyped
Chase
one.
Young?
The most hyped one. He got, he was the number 2 pick.
Right.
Or what
Trust
it
me, I
was,
know.
and Sweat is probably been the most productive one. But yeah, it's what it is, and that's why Washington got rid of their best players. So let me stop going into this week's game. But yeah, going back to the defensive end position, and you look at those guys. It's Sweat, it's Bosa, and it's
Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson. Those are 3,
man.
right?
Captain's triple I.
Stop.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, you want me to tell you the beauty of that play? The beauty of that play is as soon as the whistle blew, he sprinted over pointing.
Right.
And that was the beauty of it. He sold that thing from start to finish.
But that already threw the flag.
I know, but once he saw the flag, he said, let me make sure it's not on me. And he ran over there pointing at Hendershot. You did it. You know you did it.
And social media was killing Peyton Hendershot.
I'm killing him.
Add me to
social
the list.
media.
They're like, why do they even have him up? He's a penalty waiting to happen. They should have just let why did they activate him? He was getting killed.
I said all the
Where's
things.
Sean McEwen at? I mean, I just
I didn't go that far.
Sean McEwen,
I said, let's go with the extra tackle.
Yes. I mean, Peyton Hendershot was getting lit up by his own fan base and media were tearing this man from limb to limb. But you put out the retraction tweet, right? Like, you're sorry.
I didn't because I figured he going to do
No,
another
I was the
next
first one to put out the fact that it was Hudson, who did it.
I'm just saying later on, though. Later on, once you saw the video that it was Hutchinson.
Did you apologize to him?
That's what you're trying to say.
For slandering his name?
I didn't slander his name. They called the penalty on him.
Retraction.
I didn't slander his name. I reported what the official reported, and then I reported what I saw. So I didn't. There was no slander. There was no editorial. I editorialized a lot. I didn't editorialize on that tweet. I say Hendershot got the penalty, which was facts.
No, I editorialized.
Yeah, a lot of people, stated the facts and then ran his name down in the mud. I
didn't put it all in the mud.
Because I was doing it. I didn't have a chance to do it. See, you were sitting at home. I'm watching the next play. You sitting at home.
No, I was at the game.
Can't just sit there
I
run
was
down.
at the game, fool.
No, I was talking to him.
Oh.
Why you being so sensitive, man?
Yeah, why I gotta be a fool? He the one who said I ran his name down.
Why we got to take it down to that?
It wasn't. My point is, you saw he threw the rock and then realized he was wrong, and now he trying to change the subject. You saw he threw the rock, Doc.
I love it, the fact that he does all of this.
I mean, you acknowledge
I'm trying to get you, man. I'm trying to
No,
help you out,
no, it wasn't nothing to help out. I'm just saying that. So I'm telling you why I did not editorialize, because I was, it's during the game, so I'm watching all these plays. So I just state what happened, and so you have time at home to do that. But
I've been looking up stats.
it was after the game when I saw the video, like, oh, that wasn't his leg. That was the other guy's leg. I started pointing it out, and so it is what it is. And since we opened that door, let's talk about the most controversial play in the history of the NFL.
But before you go there, I just want to say this.
Yeah.
In the locker room yesterday, I saw Hendershot sitting there, and nobody was around him.
Nobody would have gave him down.
Did you go over there like, man, I can't, hey, you got done wrong.
Actually, I went to Schoonmaker. Because, hey, Michigan will win this weekend. Then asked him about that. He's like, man, I wish I was there. I'm trying to go on Monday. But then I saw Hendershot there, and I just felt bad. I didn't say anything to him.
You should have said, man, I can't believe they did you dirty like that, dog. As soon as I saw it, I knew it was a bad flag.
Really?
I sat there like I didn't put anything on social media. I'm like, what, really? Again? This guy. But anyway, yes, you want to talk about that call that was made in the game by my boy.
That's your boy?
Nope.
Brad Allen, your boy?
I went to college with Brad.
Oh, he's a Penbrook guy.
Yeah, I went to college with Brad.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Keep it safe. What
is his real job that he's competent at?
No,
because clearly he's not competent at officiating.
Still lives out in Lumberton, North Carolina. So before the game, Doney was in Pat Doney for Channel 5 was doing his he was doing some of his stuff for later on in the show. But anyway,
Getting his positive notes together.
Yes, but right behind, I didn't know I was in the shot. You see me walk up to Brad and give him a hug, and we just start talking a little bit. Little did I know.
You should have had the exclusive.
Man,
What is his main job?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think he's a lawyer, but no, I just know he still lives back in North Carolina. They put him in the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago, and his dad's in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Pembroke.
Yeah, I'm not.
Little nepotism Hall of Fame.
No, Zaddy was a hell of a baseball player.
Well, I'm just saying, what did Brad do?
He's an NFL referee.
Stop it, man. I'm finna get off this phone. Get off my phone.
Get
off my phone, man.
Bottom line, he's in, I'm not. That's all.
Yeah, I'm saying, get off my phone, man.
I'm not.
You don't get in the Hall of Fame and become a referee, man. Come on. And you're a bad referee. Stop it, man. Get up.
He's had a tough year, man. It's like, see, y'all treating him like they did Dak. You know, one bad year don't make you.
He's a bad referee.
One bad year, no.
He's a bad referee in the Hall of Fame.
He just had, like the 10 tip picks last year.
No.
That's what's happening.
Wrong place, wrong time, not his fault, per se.
The bad referee.
Kansas City game didn't help him out. This name on national, like, oh man.
And he's back on
Ravens Steelers this
prime time this weekend. Of course, the Ravens ain't playing nobody, so it's not going to be as hyped as what they thought it was going to be. But getting back to that play, I'm with Jerry. You trying to muck it up. There's no reason to muck it up.
Okay, check this out. That is why he told his team, when we go down here and score, we're going to run this 2-point play and go home and win the game. Because he knew. I've already talked to the refs. They're not going to be prepared for this. This is the winning play. We got him right here. All we got to do is score. And once he scored, that's why he was so adamant about going.
But that wasn't the original play. You know that, right?
No.
Because the Cowboys called timeout, and then they went to that play.
Okay.
There was a timeout ahead of time.
Okay, and beyond the timeout, you're sending. They have to. I mean, the whole notion I'm going to confuse somebody. Even if you send 3 guys at the referee, okay, at the end of the day, the referee has to say, such and such is eligible, not to the defense, to the stadium, to the world. So how you confusing somebody when at the end of the day they have to say such and such is eligible?
Now you just asked yourself that question, and the man called out the wrong number.
Exactly. So my point is, you trying to confuse the Cowboys, and you fuse an incompetent referee that's been proved to be incompetent from Pembroke State. That's the problem.
But Clarence, real quick.
I'm sorry.
It's too late. You didn't already shot it.
Hey, chill. If you're at name some fast food restaurant, I don't know, and you say, yeah, I need a number 2, and the guy turns around and goes, this guy wants number 4. What do you say? No, man, I need a number 2.
Yeah, but you can't. At that point, once he announced it, what are they supposed to say? Hey, ref, we wanted number 68, but not number 70.
But if you're going to run that play, you better do that, or it's going to be.
But what can you do? Number one, they had no more timeouts left. There's nothing they could do. They really thought, we got him now. They announced the wrong guy. The Cowboys going to cover the wrong guy, and our guys are going to be open. Well, that's not how it's supposed to work. And I'm glad we brought up initially the tripping, because at the end of the day, everybody went 8 junk over this 2-point conversion.
Poop.
Everybody went gaga.
If we're going to talk about bad calls by the officials, we have to go back to the tripping call, because if the tripping call is called right by this Pembroke State official who's in the Hall of Fame but is not competent as officiating, they wouldn't have the opportunity for the 2-point play. They would not have the opportunity for the 2-point play. A flag on a guy who did not trip at all. And the Cowboys have been complaining about officials and calls and not getting calls all year. Not holding on Tyler. But this guy did not do nothing. And he got a 15-yard penalty at that time of the game. It's 7, they ain't run the ball well all game. You finally get a chance to run out the clock, because they couldn't do it at drive before. You got the interception. You get a 7-yard run on first down. You're really cooking now. You maybe score a touchdown. You certainly run out the clock. You certainly make them use more timeouts.
No, you make them use all the timeouts.
There's not even an opportunity for them to drive down the field and have the 2-point play, if not for the phantom call on poor Peyton Hendershot by that Pembroke State official who's incompetent, who's in the Hall of Fame.
Outside of officiating NFL games, Brad Allen is the executive director of the North Carolina Senior Games and the CEO of a nonprofit. He also serves as a clinic director and booking supervisor for the Southern Officials Association.
Sound like some nepotism jobs to me. It's the North Carolina Senior Games? The North Carolina Senior Games?
That's what he do, man.
You know, it's funny because a couple of weeks on the radio, Jerry was talking about how the reason why he likes the part-time officials because most of them have great jobs. They're lawyers, and you couldn't get men of this quality to do this stuff if they were full-time. You know, so we got lawyers and bank presidents and judges and all this stuff. And we got the CEO of the Senior Games of North Carolina. Is this who Jerry was talking about, the competence and the character of these guys?
No, man.
I'm just asking.
One more time, he said it here. Mess with my boy Brad Allen.
That's your boy.
Yes.
It's your boy. You didn't even know what he did for a living until you looked it up, until you Googled it. How old you got to be in the senior game? Maybe
It's a good time to take a break, man. Good time to take a break.
Working out, get the senior game.
You know what, man? See why I shut this down yesterday? Because I knew where it was going. So I just tried to avoid it yesterday.
Nah.
Just knowing this right here.
No, but it's crazy.
Cat Williams routine he doing out here.
But it's crazy.
Get it all out, man.
No, seriously, it's crazy that the world the NFL is cheating for the Cowboys. They stole this game from the Lions trying to hook up the Cowboys. How they hooking up the Cowboys? Didn't the Cowboys 2 years ago throw trash on the referees after the San Francisco game when Dak couldn't get Dak was good for him, you know? And I'm like, Dak, you really want to say that? I tried to throw him a life raft.
I remember.
You know, the most penalized team. Last couple, Michael Parsons been complaining about penalty. Now all of a sudden the NFL cheating for the Cowboys. They ain't won in 28 years. You think they want them to win the Super Bowl? They cheated for the Cowboys at least one time in the last 28 years. So they were cheating for them.
Yeah, it's not like they hooked them up like they hooked up the Rams in the NFC Championship game.
No, yes,
not get
that was egregious.
Did not get that. All right, let's talk about Clarence's trip to New Orleans.
No, that's funny.
Oh, really? Baylor Bears.
See what happens when you root against them purple and gold dogs. Anyway, he's Jock Taylor, Clarence Hill, I'm Nuri Scruggs. Let's get Lyle Collins' viewpoint of things as he's returning to the Cowboys. Do that next right here on the Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Don't put off getting your oil change, Dallas. Take 5 Oil Change, a proud partner of the Cowboys, is faster than you think. There's no appointment needed and no waiting room. Yep, you heard that correctly. Take 5 is so fast, you don't even have to get out of your car. You can take advantage of Take 5's fast, friendly, and simple service at any of their locations across the Dallas area. And remember, at Take 5, you stay in your car because they're faster than you think. Take 5, the official oil change of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
They say champions are remembered, but legends are never forgotten. United Ag & Turf offers a winning lineup of John Deere equipment built to tackle any challenge on and off the field. Legendary John Deere tractors, combines, residential mowers, commercial mowers, compact construction equipment, Gator utility vehicles, and a full line of golf and sports turf equipment. United Ag & Turf, the official Ag & Turf equipment supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com to find a location near you.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash. Rush right here on DallasCowboys.com radio. I'm Newey Scruggs, joined by Clarence Hill, 4-star Telegram man. We got Jean-Jacques Taylor, the author, former Cowboys beat writer. Okay, I got done. Yesterday was an issue. Damian Wilson was signed, but La'el Collins will hold up, so La'el Collins is in the fold, and he was speaking today. Your thoughts from what you heard from Mr. Collins?
It's funny because, La'el Collins, obviously left here and went for a bigger contract and money in Cincinnati, and it's sometimes you get humbled to a certain extent because he was happy to be back, even though it was just a practice squad contract.
He was happy.
I mean, he was happy and getting to be back, happy to get that phone call. He and Dak are really close friends, and he was like, Dak, kind of put a bug in my ear last week that, something may come down the pike, and then Will called him on Sunday, and he was just happy to get the call, happy to be back. Never sold his house in Dallas, just turned the lights back on. He's ready to go. It's a practice squad deal, and I remember when he was here, he wanted to play tackle because that's where the money was, and now he's coming back and he's working at guard. He's willing to do whatever. He said, I'm going to be a leader, help guys, whatever they need me to do. I'm happy to be here, happy to certainly have a chance to contribute to a playoff. And so it was good. I mean, and Zach Martin talked about, just the welcome he got, just being back in the locker room. Everybody welcomed him back, with open arms. And it was like old times again.
I think about La'el in an interview that Noah did with him, Noah Bull, Channel 5 did with him many years ago. He went out boating with him.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And he had said, I'm never leaving here. Now, he loved being right next to the boot where he's from and everything that Texas had to offer him. And obviously that was before he ran into his issues. But I can sense what you're saying when you talk about just happy to be back. And Jacques, you've seen it before when you were covering the team full time, and Clarence, you've seen it since you've been here. There's a lot of guys that when they leave here feel some kind of way, and then they go other places, and you realize, you know what? Well, that wasn't too bad. I laughed at DeMarco Murray when he went up to Philadelphia, and my buddy John Clark at the NBC up there, he's like, "What's this guy's deal?" I was like, "Oh, have fun with that one," and I just laughed. It was like, DeMarco, you thought you hated us. You thought we were jerks. Right. Have fun in Philadelphia. That didn't last very long, and then he ended up going to Tennessee. But guys, and I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the players who, when you covered him, Jock, didn't always enjoy things. But then when you got done, it was like, man, you were fair. Once he's done, we're like, man,
I get that all the time. Oh, you killed me when I was with you. I was like, no, I didn't. I just told the truth.
I told the truth.
I told the truth today.
I can say you could probably put me and Daz in that category now. Me and Daz are fine. Last time I saw him.
Yeah, it's all good. But the thing about it is it depends on how you live and what you do. If you go on like DeMarcus Ware and continue to have success and win a Super Bowl, it's gravy. Connor Williams left to greener pastures. He's actually become a respectable, responsible center who contribute to a winning team. He went to Cincinnati and he got hurt. He did not live up to expectations, and they cut him a year later. And so now you're fighting for your football life. You want to play again, and coming back home a familiar spot, gave you a soft landing. That's what we're talking about here.
The reality of it is, man, very few cats get a second contract, and even if they get a second contract, get to end it on their terms and the team that drafted them. It's just very rare.
Well, nobody gets to end on their terms except John Elway. Go out on top.
Michael Strahan.
Tom Brady didn't end on his terms.
Jerome Bettis?
No.
A few people, yeah.
A few.
It's just a few.
Yeah, it's rare.
Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, none of them ended. Emmett, none of them ended. Look at the Cowboys. Who ended the way they wanted to end? Like, Witten didn't end the way he wanted to end. Romo, none of them ended the way they wanted to end.
Yeah, you're right. It's a challenge here. But also the fact that so many guys who leave the Cowboys, if the Cowboys are your first team and you go somewhere else, a lot of times the shock of, this is how it is. The first pro team I ever covered, NFL team, was the Cowboys. And then I went from I was working in Austin, and the Cowboys had training camp down there. I got to come up and cover games periodically during the years. So then I went to Cleveland, and Belichick was the coach. No. And I first off, I couldn't believe where's everybody at? First,
where's everybody?
Where is everybody? And I'm like, well, where's training camp at? Well, right here at facility, Berea. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then one of the biggest shocks to me, okay, we're getting ready for practice. And they made the media go into this room. What we doing? Got to come in here. And then Eric Mangini and somebody else closed the blinds and stand outside the room, and you had to stay in this room until practice was done. What we doing? So it was a whole shock to me about how the Browns operated and what was going on. And then Vinny only talks on Wednesday. What you mean Vinny talking to us on Wednesday? Man, Troy talked all the time. What we doing here? It was a whole shocker of how everything operated. It's like, this is not the Dallas Cowboys. No. And then my thing was like, they're the Cowboys. You should be happy we're trying to do anything here.
Nah, they're doing you a favor.
There's a whole different world up there.
Yeah, no, but I would say this, since you brought up Cleveland, Amari went from Oakland to Dallas, and certainly it was a different experience. But watching Amari from afar in Cleveland, him sliming Joe Flacco, I mean, I think he's opened up a little bit. I think he's a little different up in Cleveland. So I talked to CD, he made the Pro Bowl. He's happy for him, and both he and CD were, are on the Pro Bowl team. But, I think that, again, guys' experiences, and we're just talking about guys' experiences once in a while, also depends on how they play, and how the fans accept them, and, if they live up to their expectations. Most guys, when they leave somewhere, people let you go for a reason. Stephen always say, beware of the free agents because that team let him go for a reason. There's something's going on there that they didn't want to keep and want to re-sign him.
Yeah, and we know Amari, it wasn't about his ability to play.
No doubt.
This was truly a personal thing, and I disagree with the decision. But that was a very interesting call. But go around there, especially in the media room.
You also got some organizations like the Cowboys that are media friendly. You got some other organizations that are anti-media. Then you got most of them, I think, kind of fall somewhere in between. But you got some extremes. Like the Cowboys are extreme media friendly. Even now, we think we still complain because they've cut back so much. But compared to most, they're still very media friendly. And then, you got other organizations that really are anti-media.
No, Denver. That thing we went up to Denver, I told our guys, if the Cowboys have another summer scrimmage against the Broncos, we're not going. That was a waste of money.
Yeah.
McCarthy's never doing that again. He's never doing joint practices again. So.
Good. Because that was a waste of time.
He's told us that.
Yeah, smart on him. That was awful.
But then, Sean Payton comes from an anti-media perspective.
But Sean was here.
Yeah, but he was here during the Bill Parcells part.
Yeah,
so.
But even the Bills, what we were able to do with the Bills, with under Bill was still more than that. They had a practice here. I can't remember what was it, but the Saints were in town. Maybe it was a couple of years ago. It was some kind of storm, so they ended up coming up and practicing at Jerry World. And so we go out there for the practice, and they told us, you can have 5 minutes before. Only thing we got to see was some stretching. Then they put Winston way down the field. You couldn't even barely see him because you had to stand in this one particular area that was they considered the media session, and it was 3.5 minutes. And they shut it down.
5.
Right, it wasn't even 5. It was 3.5 minutes, and we're because our news people want, the Saints are here. Let's get their thoughts. And I was so hot. I was like, this was a waste of time. I will never come back out here again for another Sean practice. I don't care how many days they stay here. We will not show up again. And we were going to reveal some secrets. Like we were going to be able to get something.
Everybody's afraid of the shovel pass at the Super Bowl. Okay. That the Cowboys turned into a turnover and won the game and changed the whole moment. Everybody's worried about that, man.
All right. It's just very, very interesting here. All right, question we asked on the Players Lounge. I want to throw it this way to you guys. Who's got more playoff pressure this year? Is it Dak Prescott or is it head coach Mike McCarthy?
Oh, we're going to answer that now? We can do that after the break.
No, let's do it right now.
More pressure. I think the pressure is probably... If I was on the outside, I don't know. Dak getting paid next year regardless. So I would say the pressure's on McCarthy because McCarthy could come out here and lay an egg and get fired. I don't think he will. But given a certain set of circumstances, he could. I don't think it'll happen. I say it's very slim, like 2%. But 2% is not 0%.
As Jacques likes to say, and you like to co-op,
the truth.
sports are fluid. This conversation is fluid. Tell me how they perform.
See, that's really what I say. Like if they lose 31-30 on a 60-yard field goal, you feel one way. If you lose 42-17, you feel another way.
Right. If Dak plays well and one of those might have some decision-making issues that cost them the game, then it's all on Mike. But they're tied at the hip. This team is going to win with this pass offense, and that's Dak. He has to play well. Mike McCarthy has to call plays. Mike McCarthy was not brought here to get the Cowboys to the playoffs. He was brought here to get the Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
And I like Mike McCarthy. I think he can. I think he got some time management issues, like a lot of coaches got them. Andy Reid got time management issues like none other. But I think he has in general, I think he has the right amount of aggressiveness. I think he understands his team, when to go for it, when not to go for it, when we need to set a tone at the start of a game, when we don't. I think he got a good feel for that, and so I like a lot of what he does.
It's interesting to hear your answers, just like it was interesting to hear the answers on the other podcasts I'm a part of. And I went to Dak Prescott, and I don't know, it was Kenny Smith who once said on TNT that you make your name in the regular season, you make your fame in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And no matter how this ends, Mike McCarthy has a Super Bowl championship on his resume.
No doubt.
And you'll never be able to say as a head coach you can't do it because he's done it. For Dak Prescott, there's things on his resume that he still needs to check off. And yes, you're correct, Clarence. He's going to get paid. We know this. If Mike McCarthy gets fired tomorrow, with the amount of jobs that are open right now, I think Mike McCarthy will find himself employed. What he's done here, play calling, Dak Prescott is going to finish in the top 3, top 5 voting for the MVP. So clearly he still has the ability to call plays and do something with the quarterback. And we've seen what he's done with an elite receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott's the one where what is the knock we know will be used against him in the playoffs. Can't win the playoffs, you can't win big, all that's there. And he can erase that. He's got the ability to go do that. So to me, that's why I say the most pressure, it's going to be on the quarterback. And we know that the quarterback in the last 2 seasons has not had his best games against the San Francisco 49ers. They can find a way to score 3 touchdowns. Maybe this time around they can win if they have to play the Niners again. But to me, it's on the quarterback, because if he plays well, then this team has an opportunity to reach all their hopes and dreams.
No doubt. And
So
I've said that this team will go as the quarterback goes, for sure. And this team has been successful this year. We talked about it yesterday because of the play of the quarterback and the play of the offense. And this, we came to the season talking about, running the ball and protecting the defense. It's going to be the Chicago Bears defense or not. When their success is tied to the offense, setting the tone. And that's Dak Prescott playing at a high level. And that's what you need him to do to have success in this playoffs. And we all know that albatross was on Tony Romo. It's on his franchise, and it's ultimately on Dak. I was talking to Jock in Jock's Talk, and it's on everybody. Too many times we make it about the quarterback. We make it about Tony Romo. But that was about Jason Witten, too. Okay, that was about DeMarcus Ware too until he went to Denver and run. I'm just saying you need all your players to show up. I know it's on the quarterback.
But he makes the most money.
I agree. I'm not talking about money though. I'm just talking about us talking.
Part of it.
No, I agree. I'm not. I'm just talking about the facts. To win,
sure.
Like Troy was the quarterback, but Michael Irvin showed damn up. Okay, Emmitt Smith showed damn up. Charles Haley showed damn up. Darren Woodson showed damn up. Yeah. Okay, what I'm saying is we always like to put it on the quarterback, and I understand that. I understand that's where the money is, highest paid player, all that other stuff. But to win a title, you need your best players to play their best football, and that's been the problem with the Cowboys. And we kicked Dak's butt, rightfully so, for where he played last year. How many sacks Michael have in the San Francisco game? He's your best talent. Okay. Trevon Diggs, love him to death. Didn't tackle the tight end and dropped the pick, okay? You need your best players showing up. And so, yes, it's on Dak, but you need CD, okay? You need Tony. You don't need them all to get this done. It ain't no one man carrying this team to the Super Bowl. I know he's going to get all the credit and all the blame, but the real part is about what do the Cowboys need to happen to win? okay? And they need Micah being the best player on the field. They need Dak. They need CD being elite CD. They need those guys playing their best football to get it done. It won't be just Dak. I know he has to play well, but he's going to need help.
Let's get a break in here. Good stuff. Hey, we got the man, Clarence Hill, Footwear Star Telegram, Jean-Jacques Taylor, the author. Get the book, Coach Prime, The Making of Men. I'm Newey Scruggs. This is DallasCowboys.com radio.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Cowboys fans, after that move, we've just coined the term Rowdy Replay. Let's roll back the tape.
Okay, there's our mascot Rowdy cheering on the boys. And now he's on his phone, on his Bank of America mobile banking app?
Staying on top of his finances with his virtual financial assistant, Erica.
Bank of America's digital tools are so impressive. Cowboys fans just can't stop banking. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/can't-stop-banking.
Erica is only available in the English language. You must download the latest version of the mobile banking app, only available on select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Dear Doctor, the show where I answer life's questions with an ice-cold can of Dr. Pepper. Sheila, let's hear from our next caller, would you?
Dear Doctor, my friend supported me during a tough time, but what's the right gift that says, thanks for being a shoulder to cry on?
Okay, this one's easy. I say give her a delicious Dr. Pepper. Nothing says, thanks, girl, better than a one-of-a-kind soda. Yes, any Dr. Pepper flavor will do. Now, just a reminder that I don't need to be a real doctor to know that Dr. Pepper is the one you deserve.
They say champions are remembered, but legends are never forgotten. United Ag and Turf offers a winning lineup of John Deere equipment built to tackle any challenge on and off the field. Legendary John Deere tractors, combines, residential mowers, commercial mowers, compact construction equipment, Gator utility vehicles, and a full line of golf and sports turf equipment. United Ag and Turf, the official Ag and Turf equipment supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com to find a location near you.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash here on a Thursday. By the way, tonight, come hang out. Clarence Hill, Ella B's, your night.
Who's going to be there?
Me?
I hope you come, man. Come on out to Arlington.
Jean-Jacques Taylor's going to be there. The great Newey Scruggs is going to be a guest of honor tonight. He and Joe Train and Sean Lake. We're gonna make this happen tonight. Come out to Arlington, LB's in Arlington. We're talking football. We're just going to talk about these young men in their career at the top of the TV market, sports TV market right here.
Dog
in
team calls, we show, you know. We show up. So.
It is awesome. So.
And the food is good. I mean,
food is great.
The food is really good. I had to get on that shrimp. I saw a brother eating shrimp last week.
Did you? I've never had shrimp.
I hadn't either, but I was eyeballing that plate.
All right, so we'll work together. We'll split a plate.
Okay, yeah.
That way
so
we can.
You need to go get that done. So, Ellaby's, what time tonight over there in Arlington?
Well, come at 7 o'clock. The show starts at 7:30. Be there at 7 o'clock.
Okay. So it's right by the stadium, by the way. Right by AT&T Stadium. So make sure you roll out there. So we were just talking during the break about Deron Bland, who made the Pro Bowl. Congratulations. And you start thinking about that class they had in 2022 for the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. First-round pick was Tyler Smith, starter. Second-round pick was Sam Williams, contributor. Third-round pick was Jalen Tolbert, contributor. Fourth-round pick was Jake Ferguson, starter. Fifth-round pick that they got in the Amari Cooper trade is Matt Waletzko.
Pregnant pause. Move on.
Incomplete. Fifth-round pick, Deron Bland. Fifth-round pick, Damone Clark, who's been starting. Fifth-round pick, John Ridgway, who they let go, went to Washington. Sixth-round pick, Devin Harper. No seventh-round pick at all. So that 2022 class is pretty good.
Good draft.
It's a really good draft. And then you see
let's talk about 2023.
I was going to say, you start reading 2023, first-round pick, Mozzie Smith. Second-round pick, Luke Schoonmaker, tight end.
You take two dudes from Michigan. I mean, what do you expect?
Third-round pick, Demarion Overshown, Texas, injured. Training camp, but had a good training camp. Fourth-round pick, Junior Fehoko, San Jose State.
Hey, he's up from the practice squad. Hey.
Fifth-round pick, Awesome Richards, tackle from North Carolina.
I've seen him around the locker room a couple times.
6th round pick Eric Scott, cornerback from Southern Mississippi.
Brett Favre school.
6th round pick Deuce Vaughn, Kansas State.
Sprained eyelid got him on IR.
And Jalen Brooks, 7th round draft pick from South Carolina.
He might be the best of the bunch.
So, no, Schoonmaker is probably best of the bunch right there.
Hey, man, you can't tell about a draft for 3 years.
With Overshown, I believe, with the ability to be a playmaker.
We could have a much different conversation because sports is fluid.
Sports is fluid, but
in a year or two. But it's been an underwhelming draft.
And when I go back to training camp and I just think about the whole class in general, I think Overshown has shown you really something there. Schoonmaker had been hurt coming from college.
But the dude that they drafted that they never draft to do what they need done ain't done nothing.
Mozzie Smith.
See, the point of that is not just that Mozzie Smith hadn't done anything, relatively speaking, is that they don't ever take a nose tackle, nose guard, one technique, zero technique. They never take one. But they said, oh, we have such a pressing need. We're going to go out of character and take one. And then he became a fat guy who became a skinny guy.
It's interesting.
And they won't tell, I guess we're not going to get this story till after the season. Like, how a fat guy become a skinny guy when he need to be a fatter guy? I mean, your nose tackle, I ain't breaking no news to y'all. It's supposed to be an immovable object. You ain't even got to make no plays. Just stay there and don't get moved, which is why they all weigh, like Hankins, 350, 360, 370, 400, 425, 500 pounds, because you can't move them. We got a 3 technique playing nose guard, and that's the collective we. And so they move him out like he a 3 technique playing nose guard. Like, put 2 on him and move him out of the way.
Well,
Brian Bryson.
I know great 3 techniques to get moved out. I mean, Warren Sapp didn't get moved out of no 3 technique.
So
Randy White didn't get moved out of no 3 technique.
Okay, we're not going to compare Mozzie Smith.
Well, I'm just saying he been 700 pounds. Okay, I don't care if you're 3 technique, 1 technique.
Dude, still been 700 pounds.
He's supposed to be 700.
Maybe he down.
You been 700 pounds. You ain't supposed to get moved out.
Maybe it.
Bruce Feldman freaks list.
After that, been 700 pounds.
That was at 3 and some change.
No, I bet he's still lifting.
So
I bet if he,
he's still lifting more than anybody else on the line.
Who just said you got to wait 3 years on a draft? Yeah, who just said that?
Somebody famous.
Right. No, I don't think you have to wait 3 years because they. I mean, I think that was old school because
you have to give some cats a little time.
No,
to
but people move guys in and out so quickly. They're asking guys to play because there's no middle class. They're playing with so many rookies, so many young guys. I mean, Deron Bland came and showed up as a rookie as a 5th round pick. I mean, Jake Ferguson showed up. I mean, guys, you need guys to play now because of the economics of the game.
Right.
And if we waiting 3 years on you for you to show up,
Okay, let me rephrase.
As a draft class,
for a 1st round pick, they will wait 3 years.
No, they will wait. No, because you're a 1st round pick, you're going.
And I said you have to wait to see what the class as an entirety.
They waited
is.
3 years on Taco Charlton.
They waited 3 years on that other dude who signed a contract with Rod Marinelli. Tristan something or other.
Hill, it's my kinfolk. Leave my kinfolk alone.
Tristan Hill.
Yeah. Is he still in the league?
Oh, he was with the Cardinals. I think he got cut by the Cardinals. My boy Tristan Hill at him. He go with Tristan Hill.
Brian Broaddus, the Cowboys.
Kinfolk.
Cowboys 105.3.
Tristan Hill's in New England.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Explains a lot.
All of us said a lot of that.
Contributed to that.
Still getting folks fired over there. Tristan Hill. In New England now.
He got 3 coaches fired.
Broaddus and my guy Pat Doney keep telling me you need to wait on Mozzie Smith. Don't judge him too quickly. If I'm the Cowboys, you have to spend this offseason basically making 2 moves, in my opinion. You're going to have to go in the free agent market, and you're going to have to go draft again. Because you can't.
Mozzie Smith?
Because you can't count on Mozzie Smith next year.
I mean, I would say this.
You'll bring it back, but
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. I ain't going to draft another one. I'm going to find me another fat guy who's out there in the league and go get, just like I found Jonathan Hankins for a 6th round pick, I can find me a fat guy to come in, and then
that a kid from Texas.
Okay, who?
The defensive player of the year.
Devontae Sweat. I mean, he's a big guy. He's a run stopper. He's who you want.
But again,
and he ain't gonna lose no weight during the season. He gonna be 330.
And now I haven't talked to anybody. Maybe Chill has. You have to. I think there is something to say about he played in which is I have a problem with that too. If a dude been a read and react guy his whole life or his whole college career, 4 years, and then you bring him here and say, hey, get up the field, you can't sit there and go, I wonder why he's slow off the ball. Because that's what he's been trained to do for 4 years. And muscle memory is, it's hard to undo it in a year. But what I'm telling you is I trust Will McClay and those coaches to know, like, whether he's, like, what they see to say, oh, yeah, he needs this offseason, we get it right, he'll be what we envision next year, or where they say, oh, we screwed this thing up.
Okay, and let me throw it this way. Do you expect him to be what Jalen Tolbert showed you, who was inactive many games his first year? People were looking at him, very disappointed. This year he's made a contribution. Do you think he can be that kind of guy?
He's a good example because he's had as a receiver, he showed you enough for a second-year player to make me think, he could actually maybe do something next year.
That's a special team guy.
See, Chill says no.
I mean, come on, he's Noah Brown. When they put it, when you, how you know it's a run play?
How you know
next
year? I didn't say this year.
How you know it's a run play?
Didn't I say he's flashed a couple things? I didn't say.
My point is, the Cowboys still have an issue stopping the run.
Yes,
you must fix this going into next year.
Yes. I'm bringing a bunch of options to fix it.
Right. A free agent player and another draft pick towards that, to me, need to be addressed because if you're facing the Cowboys next year, you're going to do the same thing you're doing this year. Hey, guys, let's get ready to run. Yeah. And they have to fix it. And me just try to, hey, Mozzie, wait to see year 2. No. You know what? You're going to get the opportunity to fix it.
Right.
But we're going to bring it. As Jimmy said, I'm drafting somebody to take your job.
Do. Right. That's why they bring in 5 stars every year. We got a 5-star quarterback. We bring in another 5-star quarterback.
Tristan Hill has played in 1 game with the Patriots. He's passed 4 snaps, no tackles, no stats.
So what you're saying is he is who we thought he was.
No stats. He's not the reason why they bad.
You don't need Rob Marinelli drafting players. You don't. You don't need Rob Marinelli drafting.
Coaches fall in love with players. You need objectiveness.
Yes, and that's just
you need cold-hearted people to draft
not a personnel
players.
guy. Here he is, Rod. Here you go. They just drop him off. That's all you need to do.
That's wrong with Bill Belichick. He can't draft. That's why the Patriots stink.
No, he cannot.
He can coach, but he can't draft.
No. Well, once Scott got out of the building, Scott Pioli, we've seen it's been an issue. Scott was also a guy that he respected enough who could fight back with him, or he could debate with him and just say, hey, look, we need to do this. And they clearly missed that.
Dan Campbell need one of them on the sideline.
Kick the field goal.
He needs somebody to say, Dan.
First quarter.
Kick the field goal in the first quarter.
Dan.
Field goal in the first quarter. But this is this league now, man. You got all these coaches.
That's what I'm saying. It's different if it's at the 1 yard line. You 4th down at the 4, 4th down at the 5. Why are you going for this? I mean, kick the field goal. It's just stupid.
Especially off the fact that you ran the fake punt. So you kept the possession going.
Yes, get
go
some
down
points.
the field.
Get a reward.
Get a reward for your efforts. But this is what these new coaches are. Everybody wants to be Brandon Staley. You just don't want to end up like Brandon Staley if you keep on making those kind of decisions. But he won't because he won the division for the first time in 30 years. So congratulations to Texas A&M Aggie Dan Campbell. All right, Clarence. Glad you had fun at the Sugar Bowl. Jock Taylor, good to see you. Dewey Scruggs. Tonight, we'll see you.
From Pembroke State. Home of Brad Allen, the Hall of Famer. The Hall of Famer, Brad Allen.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!